Nope. Gotta keep those a secret till we get to the lake. So today is day number 27 of the 30-day fishing challenge, and we're going on a muskie hunt. So originally I said I was gonna go to Burke Lake once a week until I caught a muskie, but I realized it was kind of dumb of me just to limit myself to one place. So I'd been traveling to the Shenandoah and the upper Potomac, just exploring a little bit, having fun fishing different places for these fish. Today I'm gonna run over to Burke and spend 5 or 6 hours out there, at least till it gets dark. I got some new baits to throw that I want to share with you guys. I've never thrown one of these style baits, so it's gonna be pretty cool and new. Then we're gonna throw some of the inline spinners that have been sent to me, and we're just gonna be moving the bank. Gonna run to Dick's to grab some leader material, and then we'll see you at Burke Lake. Let's go. Made it. Okay, so went to Dick's, picked up some steel leaders, and I got this hat. $8. Couldn't turn that one down. So I want to show you guys some of the baits that I'm going to be throwing today, and I'm going to start off with the baits that one of our subs, Mark, sent me. So this is a musky glider that he hand painted, and just look at the quality of this thing. It is so sick. So besides this big musky glider, he also sent me some slammer twitch baits. Got that one. And he sent me this. Besides these baits, he also sent me a wire leader, which is on that glide bait right there. So huge shout out to Mark. I'm gonna post his Instagram in the description below. Go check that out. He sells his baits by word of mouth, so if you're interested in grabbing some of these, hit him up. So besides those two baits, I'm gonna be throwing the TNA tackle Angry Dragon around. You guys will see me throwing this pretty much every single time I've been out since I've received it. Haven't had, actually that's a lie, I have had a bite on this last time I caught a muskie. So we're gonna get out here on Burke Lake today. I'm gonna try burning this thing around first, and maybe we can catch one. My dad was out here walking around a couple hours ago and said he saw 2 up shallow, and from a little bit of the research that I've done in the water temperatures, which should be between 65 and 70 today, they should be shallower and looking for some food. So let's get on the water. All right. I said I was going to start with the TNA Angry Dragon, but I also just kind of want to see what this glide bait looks like in the water. Oh my god, that is so sick. Yeah, he said to work it like a spook. Just give it real erratic twitches and work it kind of fast. That looks amazing. Oh my god. That's got to be one of the coolest baits I've ever thrown. Okay, I guess I'm starting with this. I have a strange feeling I'm going to catch a gigantic bass on one of these lures today. Oh, I have one chasing it. Oh my god. Oh, it's a bass. I just had a bass chasing this big lure. That's crazy. Thought it was a muskie. Oh, he's coming after it. I tried to figure 8 for it. He didn't want it. It's so funny. Still cool. Oh my god. Oh. I just had one jump right next to it. Oh my god, that's insane. I don't know if that was a muskie or not. Throw back up there. It's got to be a carp, I think. Been out for about 5 minutes. My arm is already toast. This is probably my new favorite bait. Thanks again, Mark. Okay, so my arm's completely toast. Go ahead and throw the Angry Dragon around for a bit. I'm gonna try burning this Angry Dragon around shallower water. Whoa. See if I can get a follow. So we have some light wind today. It's overcast. Water temperature is 66 degrees. So I can see some fresh weed or grass starting to grow in here. Real shallow. So I'm going to be working that a lot today. I'm just going to be sticking to the bank. For the most part, out here on Burke Lake, I've been fishing pretty deep, considering I was here in the colder months. But we're going to try something different today. So the setup that I'm using to throw this Angry Dragon right now is a 7.6 extra heavy Powell flipping stick. And I have that paired up with 20-pound fluorocarbon and a steel leader. And the reel is a Daiwa Tatula 8.1 to 1 gear ratio, so it's like super quick. Easy to burn this bait back. I'm not figure eighting right now because I'm only in like a foot of water. I can see I can see all the way to the bank from here. Wow, that's a big bed right there. I want to see the fish that's on that thing. All right, guys, I worked my way through this little bay, real shallow. I mean, I was fishing under 2 feet the whole time. I was burning that angry dragon around. Now I'm gonna go over here to this island, make a loop around that, and then get back into that little cut and then that little bay where the little hump is in the back. All right, guys, I got a little tip for you today. So when you're throwing, oh, ouch. When you're throwing these big, long baits with a leader, they're gonna get tangled up every once in a while, but I have a tip to help that a little bit. So when you cast out, you wanna stop the spool right before it hits the water and it'll straighten the bait out and keep it from hitting the leader. Learned that from a YouTube video, oh yeah. I'm still so amazed that that little bass was chasing that big glide bait earlier. So freaking cool. I wish he would have bit it. That would have been awesome. You know when you're fishing shallow and everything looks like a big fish? I've seen about 100 big fish today. Okay guys, so I'm throwing this slammer twitch bait here. And remember, I'm a musky noob. Everything I know has either been learned through YouTube or you guys have reached out and helped me. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, but from my understanding, how you want to fish this is just like a jerk bait. It's a twitch bait. So you cast it out, reel it back, and the video that I watched, I like the term the guy used. You want to throw slack at the bait. So you're just making these twitches like this, and I'm bringing it back to the boat real fast and erratic, try to trigger a musky strike. And once it gets here, whip the figure eight around a little bit, and no musky. So I'm throwing this on a 7-foot heavy bass rod with 60-pound braid, 65-pound braid, and then a steel leader. All right, I'm giving my arm a little break here. I'm gonna throw this inline spinner, work it around for a bit. So I've been out for about 2.5 hours. Haven't seen any muskie, haven't had any follows, but having a really good time trying out these new baits. And this glider has quickly become my favorite bait to throw. I mean, it totally wears you out, but it looks phenomenal coming through the water. It's very, very cool. I've never thrown a bait like this. It's very different from bass fishing. So I'm gonna continue to work my way around the lake. I think we might get one when it gets dark. Really, really, really hope we can get a follow or a bite today. I don't know what's going on over there. Oh, it's a bird. Chasing bait, I guess. Wow, it's, oh my God, what is that? Something's, oh, it's a bunch of bait. Oh my God, that's insane. What the heck? That is creating a wake like crazy. That's gotta be something bigger underneath it. That's insane, oh my God. What is that? That's gotta be something big. That is a huge school. I can feel the bait. Oh man, I wonder if there's any big fish next to it. I've never seen that before. Something big had to have been following that huge school. Saw a ton of bait out on the point. I've never seen that in my life where they were creating a huge wake like that. That was insane. And it looked like something big was underneath them, but couldn't really tell and I couldn't follow them around too long. But I'm gonna work my way out of this little creek, fishing off, and I'm in 6 feet of water. You can see how far I am from the bank. I mean, it's pretty far. So I'm gonna work this flat out with the inline spinner, and then I'm gonna pick the glide bait back up, slowly fish my way back to the ramp, and then fish that creek a bit. It's getting dark out here. I'm gonna fish a little bit more of this grass line, work my way back over toward the ramp, call it a day. Man, my hopes are pretty high for today. I mean, I never expect to come out and catch one, but I was hoping to see one. All right, we're at the final stretch. I'm gonna fish this creek out and head home. Maybe the home stretch will be money. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna finish it off with the inline spinner. All right, guys, last cast. Here it goes. Come on. Muskie on the last cast. That's it. We're done. Time to head home. Skunked again. Battery's charging, and we're home. It was not the best day in terms of catching fish, but I got out there and I got to try some new baits out, which was awesome. Every time that I get out and try to catch a muskie, I feel like I'm learning more every single day, actually, from you guys and just through reading. So yeah, anytime that I get to spin on the water is even better. And now that the water's starting to warm up, I feel like my chances of actually catching one are getting higher. That being said, I'm getting out again on Friday with Dennis, the dude who gave me that spot up on the upper Potomac, and I have a really, really good feeling about that trip. I'm super excited. We're gonna be fishing for like 7 or 8 hours, and I'm gonna learn a ridiculous amount that day, I can already tell, and I'll be able to share that with you guys, so that's gonna be sweet. But we did get skunked. So go ahead and comment below. Really didn't think it was gonna be this many times, at least when I was bass fishing. I mean, it's part of the game. So, getting out tomorrow with my buddy Steven. We're gonna be hitting Lake X, doing some bass fishing, and then Friday is the musky hunt, and then Saturday is the last day of the challenge. Well, actually no, Sunday is gonna be the last day because I'm fishing a tournament with Jay. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens from there. But I have to finish editing this video and get to sleep because I have to wake up at 6 a.m. So, see you tomorrow.